Good afternoon. Good today.
Good day.
Yes.
It is. We want to wish you all a happy New Year. We hope you enjoyed your New Year's.
Yeah.
We played nothing but games on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. At least I did. You played some.
I did. I got to play some.
I played a lot. I got to NPC for the Liar's Night.
Yes, you were. Who was the crazy ghost lady?
Oh, that's right, you were there.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there. I'm doing the NPCs and the admin stuff, right? Because poor Josh, our cleric, he got a little bit of a stomach bug.
Yeah, there's been that little flu thing. Well,
yeah.
not flu, but whatever it's.
He got something. I don't know, and he was really sick, and I had to fill in, and I did. And then we were playing a game at the end because I thought we were done. I mean, the module was a little confusing when reading upon, trying to figure where things are at, and things are a little unless you're really paying attention to detail, which I was given it 5 minutes before the game. Very difficult to pay attention to detail when you're panicking.
That's fair. It's only 40.
I don't have that
pages.
gift, Oh, Dusk, hello, hi, welcome. So I got to play Luvia. Only disappointment there was a couple disappointments, but the biggest disappointment of that module. Oh, hello, Xavier. Yes. Well, welcome. Thank you. I was saying the disappointing part is, remember when we thought that there was a peppermint dragon?
Yes, I remember this.
There is no peppermint dragon.
Yeah, I realized that after I painted it.
I still think we should do something with it. I think we should still get the Liar's Night monsters and try to find the stats for it and drop it.
I can make a custy peppermint.
I already have it painted.
Oh, bro, big news. Lisa Penrose stepped down from community management.
Yeah, they have a
big deal.
They have a new person.
Yes. I don't remember her name.
All I know is I think she has dogs.
Yes.
I think it was dogs.
Well, I can't remember her name. I'm a terrible human being right now, but I think it's a big deal. Lisa's going off to go do some other stuff.
She's doing her thing. Yeah,
I like that. Travis still there wreaking havoc.
Oh yeah, he can go though.
No. Yeah, Matat. Thank you, Des. That's exactly who Matat is her name. Yeah. So,
oh right, because in her little bio she had it phonetically spelt. They're in case you couldn't really pronounce it. I'm remembering bits and pieces of her bio.
That's good. You should.
I thought it was pretty fun. She had a whole bunch of these, if you roll a DC 19 on your intelligence, you'll know that I'm from, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was a fun little read to do.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, I unfortunately did not read that because I was being mom. And not just being mom, but I don't know about you guys out there, but I have a lot of trouble reading. I'm the kind of reader that has to reread a paragraph 3-4 times. Mm-hmm. I have slight dyslexia, especially with numbers. So letters tend to still get a little wonky on me. And so I finished reading my first module, and I'm ready to run it this week. We'll get into that a little bit more when we get into the topic of OrcaCon, so that'll be nice. But yeah, I got to go in there and I got to catch up on what's going on in the AL Facebook community because there's always so much to catch up on, right? Because a lot of people are engaged like crazy in that.
There's quite a bit of stuff going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on that page. It's just as busy, I think, as the regular Adventures League page.
Oh yeah,
there's the regular and then there's the Seattle, and it's it might as well be the same page most of the time. You know what I mean? Because most of the people that are in the Seattle page are in the regular that run that one because it's in their backyard. It's just that easy. But yeah. What about you? What exciting things do you have to talk about?
I have lots of exciting things to talk about. First and foremost,
when he gets that tone, I question this.
Don't ever question this. The Wizards has kind of released a couple of new products that they're bringing out. I
saw that.
They've spoiled that they're coming out with Laurel Silverhand's dice set. It's blue. It's really pretty. It comes with a map of the Sword Coast, and it also comes with a stack of portrait cutouts.
Oh, Ben's going to be putting it up so you guys can see here in a second.
There you go. So it's right there.
Oh, those are really pretty.
Yeah.
Those are really pretty.
Really well.
So
You think they're gonna do well, Ben?
Yeah.
it's an 11
Me too.
set. It's coming in at $29.99.
Plus, I love Laurel Silverhand.
The-
I've NPC'd her too. She's fun.
The only things about the set, it also talks about like there's a lined box. a felt
Yes,
lined
Ben,
box
just like
they can
that.
use.
No, cover his face.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works. Transition. Okay, so this is kind of rad.
The felt line box they did for Avernus, and I really like it.
Did it? Okay.
Oh,
so
is
I
it one of
wasn't
these
sure.
maps that I like? Is this the type of map I like?
I don't know if
Those
it's
vinyl?
No, I don't think it's vinyl.
Oh, I love
But
those
it
type
comes
of
with a
maps.
stack of like Laurel's, like, oh, here's some information about a couple of places. I would assume most of it's going to be like locations from the Sword Coast, along
What are
with a
these
couple
cards?
of people.
What's this right here?
Oh, so
right
the
here.
cards there that comes with the packet, and it's all like written by Laurel as she's like, oh, if you don't know about Neverwinter, here's some information about it.
Oh, cute.
So I think it's a good buy just for the 11 set. I think it would be a wonderful gift for new players because it comes with backstory, and so if you don't know things about the area, it's got some cool nitpicks. And allegedly the box is going to be a nice little tray. So I think it's going to be a really good collective piece.
I love those dice. They're so pretty.
Yes.
I like the
nicest
big
thing about them-
ampersand on the 20. What's that?
The nicest thing about it is it's $30.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That makes that kind of stuff attainable for people. You know, $30. I like that.
I would
I'll
like
probably
to
get
see,
one now if it's only $30. Shit.
I would like to see better paper stock that they've been doing for some of their handout stuff. So the paper stock that they did for like the Explorer's Kit and things like
And
that.
the essential kit.
Yeah, I would like.
You want it thicker?
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Like out of like
it's-
the push out cardboard type of style, like for a board game style, or
I would
thinner
be
than that?
thicker than like push out like more of a board game style. I want it to have. I feel like it doesn't really come with like the longevity of like, oh, you know, in the essentials kit comes with all this cool stuff, all these pieces and stuff. But I feel like they're kind of flimsy and it's not going to last super long.
Des says he liked the Boulder's Gate one. What did you like about the Boulder's Gate one? What was your favorite part of that, if you don't mind us asking?
I haven't looked at the Baldur's Gate set.
Didn't you get the Boulder's Gate one, Ben? I know you got one of the dice boxes. Did you get the extended one, or did you get the...
I didn't.
Because there was like a big one, and then there was one with just the dice, right?
Is this the one that came in the tin? I'm looking it up.
Cool.
Same setup. Oh, it was the same setup. I didn't see that one. Interesting.
But yeah, so
I got the Avernus.
you got the Avernus set.
Long shanks or long hanks. I don't know. Longs hanks or long shanks. I don't know. We'll find out.
Aren't hanks
yeah,
and shanks-
I would buy that.
Hanks and Shanks are both pork, aren't they?
Hanks is
Those
like
are
a
pork
name.
cuts, aren't they? Hanks and Shanks. Anyways, so Laurel Silverhand Explorer's Kit. It's gonna come out on the 17th of
Ooh,
March.
they come with a dice tray.
Yeah, that's the felt line. It's a
felt
part of
line
the
box,
thing.
Oh, it's a felt
I
line
use
one
it for
too?
my Avernus stuff.
No, I see. I know you have that
yeah,
one.
It's just like that.
That was
I
the only
see.
thing that I was kind of like, I'm not so sure how long, like, if that's going to be a good piece or not. But I mean, if you're saying that the
He loves it.
Here's the thing: is I still have the plastic cover to like put it all in so it doesn't all spread out. But I have like 7 or 8 sets of metal dice in there,
Oh, okay,
and
it's holding.
And it
it's
holds
holding
up.
true. That's cool. So that's wonderful. So again, that'll be out on the 17th.
Yeah.
$29.99. Look at your local stores. You can also order it online.
Mhm.
But they also put out a couple of teasers
Hmm.
about another product that they're coming out. There are no spoilers for it, but they're coming out with a new book. We don't know. We don't know if it's a source book or an adventure. There's a lot of speculation. News will be announced in 2 days on the 9th, Thursday.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think it is? Do you think it's all the stuff we've been playtesting on?
So that's okay. So we've seen a whole bunch of Unearthed Arcana. We've gotten
A
to
lot.
look at a lot of it, and I think it's almost time for them to come out with another source book.
Ooh, okay.
And I think that's like there's been a lot of hype. Like we just went to hell. Like that's been a big push.
Yeah, I really hope they don't have another storyline. The reason I don't is because I'd like to catch up on Avernus because we're still trying to figure that out. And then we have Eberron that they dropped on our laps for the next 20 months. So, I mean, for me, like, I hope they kind of slow their roll when it comes to the stories, because I just feel like that's just dumping too much at one time. If they do that, I really do hope it's just another source expansion.
Me too.
I
Honestly, I hope it's just like another monster manual.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is a lot of other RPGs that are coming out have all of these crazy monsters and all this cool stuff. And
Ben wants to say something.
We've been out for a while. A lot of the monsters we're fighting are getting kind of stale. So I'm hoping that they come out with more, like a ton more monsters with some curveballs that can give some players. That's something I would like.
Danny says Avernus isn't a long book. It isn't a long book, but there's so much like extra that they added, like all the Pipyap stuff that now you can play. Like there's so much added on to Avernus that I feel that a lot of people are still playing catch up. I mean,
a little bit. I mean, following some of the players that have been streaming it, everything is kind of moving towards the end of the story arc.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, like those are people that are playing weekly. So I think the book has. I think we're going to be in Avernus for a couple more weeks before they even okay, here's a new thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, because I'm really having a blast exploring in Eberron, and I think it needs to be given the opportunity for other people to kind of explore it that've never tried it.
That's
you know, and I think that if they bring out another book, it might kind of fuck that whole jive up. You know? And I hope that they just have something that maybe you can expand to your Eberron play or to the Avernus play and all that, and whatever other stories that you want. I really do hope that a lot of those what's it called, the playtesting, the
Unearth Archive.
The Unearth. I don't know why I forget that all the time.
All I know is that it has a giant UA next to everything.
Yeah, so I know. And I've been playing so many of the characters you would think I'd figure it out by now. Time to take a dab. No, I'm just kidding.
So here's a few things. If they do come up with a new monster book, I hope that it's just alternatives to making the monsters better. So that we don't have a completely redo or addition to monsters. Hey, let's go back and revisit the fire giants. What are some things that we can do to the fire giants to make them more effective? We have the Dreadnought, which is really cool, but what else can we do to up their armor class? Make them more difficult, make them more challenging, more unique.
Yeah.
So that not every fight is just the vanilla, okay, here's 3 fire giants.
Yeah.
You know, they have an armor class of 18, they have a plus 12 to hit, whatever that may be. You as a DM and sometimes as a player, you just start to learn what these creatures do, and it gets really boring. So having a variety of
just some variants.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
I do hope that they would come up with a player's book that is both the races and classes.
That would be nice. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it's going to be more of a source book. Something I can bring.
Oh yeah, we never even fully explored Ghosts of the Salt Marsh.
And that's another one that I feel they put it out, it was there, and then they just kind of fumbled everything else on top of it and didn't give it its time to shine a little bit.
Honestly, I felt Ghost of Saltmarsh it didn't get a lot of love.
No.
Not everyone was into naval combat and the whole
because it was more of okay, here's settings that you guys can draw from. It wasn't you guys, here's a full story. It's if you guys want a cool side quest kind of thing, here's this chapter.
Yeah. It was more of how to introduce Saltmarsh into your own home games.
Yeah.
But even still.
Yeah.
So news about that will be announced this Thursday on January 9th.
Which I'm sure we'll talk about on Tuesday after that Thursday.
Yeah, the following Tuesday. So that'll be pretty rad. Other than that, they don't have any other crazy product spoilers that they're kind of releasing.
Sorry, I'm looking for hand lotion. My hands are really dry.
Lotion.
It's really dry today.
I've got my nose is I think I got a hair from my face tickling my nose and it's driving me insane.
You can step away and go blow your nose and see if you can get that out of there.
No, I like the way that I sound nasally.
You probably wheeze like that.
Other than that, another bulk of today's topics is going to be OrcaCon because that is this weekend.
Yes, OrcaCon. I want to get, if I can find my hand lotion here. I'd like to get into the meat of that because OrcaCon this year seems like they're really stepping up a lot of what's going on. A lot more people are going to be there for panels. If you guys don't know about OrcaCon is one of those that are held at a hotel. It's been going on for, what is it, like 40 years now or something like that? I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's like in that ballpark of like 30, 40 years.
Dragonflight, like they just had their 40th.
Yeah. Was that it?
Dragonflight.
Okay, well I know OrcaCon's got it deep too. I know they've been going for, maybe that's why, because they have it at the same place, Dragonflight and OrcaCon.
It all bounces together.
After you start organizing these things, it really does. I guess I forgot my lotion. So the OrcaCon is more towards the RPG world. They kind of cater more to that, to bringing in a lot more people for the panels. Like they get. I'm just fucking blanking out on names.
Robert De Niro.
Sakura just said 4 years.
Oh, 4 years?
I believe that's Sakura, I'm guessing.
I thought they were around for more than that.
I thought they were around for more than 4 years too.
So.
Maybe I am confusing Dragonflight with OrcaCon. Oh, I know OrcaCon is slightly newer than Dragonflight. I just didn't know by that much. But with that being said, it is definitely one of the cons to come to. If you guys have watched the show before, you've heard me say that it was the first con that I ever went and played D&D at. Yep. It's where I met all my beautiful now friends.
Oh, your friends.
Oh, we got little Ben, who's not so little. We got DT. You know, Sebastian was fucking amazing. He was my DM for the Open, right? Is that what it was? It was the Open or the Epic? I always get them confused. I always get corrected, so I can't remember anymore.
It was the Epic Open.
Yeah, the one with the shooting the Nerf gun and
That's generally an Open.
Was it an Open? Oh god, it was so much fun. That was when Esperanza was still a cleric too, and she was like a mischievous kitty cat type of tabaxi.
It was
cleric.
like
it was fun.
You were a trickster domain or something?
Yes, I was a trickster domain who worshipped the cat lord, so I would disguise myself as other clerics and stuff like that to like deceive people.
I love it.
She was great, but it was too hard to play her in a public setting. You know what I mean? It was a little difficult to play her in that kind of a setting. She didn't do so well. People kind of got annoyed with her.
Your playstyle was much more roguey anyways.
It really was.
So you were like, oh, I'm a cleric.
Yeah, and then I made her into a bard, which I think was better than rogue, because I think a rogue, when I played a Sevia, it made me very introvert and like kind of quiet at the table.
More or less, I'll stab you. Yeah.
Like,
tell me what I want to know, or I'll stab you in the face.
Yeah, I was the rogue who like everybody goes and talks to one NPC, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna sit at the bar by myself and just kind of watch everybody. And I would be quiet, and everyone's like, so what do you say? I'm like, nothing. I sip my ale and I keep watching everyone. And so that's why I was like, I gotta stop playing this. Like it's not doing anything for me right now. Like that, there's a time to pull something out like that. And when I'm in a public setting, especially when there's like shy people at the table, I love playing Esperanza because she's so silly that she brings silly out of everybody else in the group. Because she wants to make everybody at the table her background singers and backup dancers.
The moment you bring out the voice, dude, everything changes.
Everyone looks at me.
Like you forget about everything that's around you, that's just you at the table, and then you slowly transform into your character. And you're like, "What's happening?" And they're like, "Jess, welcome to the table."
I'm like, "Sí, buenos tardes. How are you? Welcome. Esperanza's here. We're gonna make it a good show. We're all gonna have fun. Break a leg. Let's go. Don't lose the leg. If we break it, we got a cleric here that will fix it."
I used to know how to repair legs, not no more. I turned that in. I played Madeline. Okay.
That was my past life.
Yes. Number 4.
Then I joined a mariachi, and then it all changed.
Once you shake the maracas, it changes your life. Here, take them. Shake. Oh no. That'd be the craziest thing if there was like an item that like randomly chose your class for the rest of the game. Like, oh, I'm blah blah blah. Take the maracas. And they're around, and then they shake them, and then it's like poof. Now you're a druid. Shoot off the trees.
See, there's so many ideas. That's why they're gonna have to release another book of all kinds of stuff. Because if we're making up things like this, imagine with those guys at Wizards when they're sitting at their desk making. You know what I mean?
Send it to print.
Oh my god. Yes, thank you, Dust.
I don't think a lot of people know about the Pipyap's guide. Do you guys want to go into that a little bit? Because I would not have known about it had it not been like we know the author kind of thing. So.
Do you know?
Hold on a second. I did the cookie quest. Is that Pipyap's? No, that's something else, right? I don't think I've actually done Pipyap's.
Pipyap. No, Fritz, if you've played him where you have to find his bag for his cookies,
It's
you actually.
bullshit, but.
Dude, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, but that shit like had me rolling.
Died.
Yeah, you did.
Died.
Bro.
That was great.
Cookie is Pipyap.
Ben, I wish you were there.
I'm interested in it.
I wish you
Dusk is. You just hate Travis. Oh no. Poor Travis.
Yeah, we've been playing it with the Zent DMing for us, tier 3 and tier 4 modules, and it's just.
And
like,
Fritz is in this game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you hate it. Why would you let the Zent DM your game? Zent is like the most brutal I've ever played. He's a brutal player too.
Dude, I'm
no fucks given
for us on Sundays, and it's scary. Like I'm min-maxing the crap out of my guy because I have to, or else the entire table.
I know you don't hate Travis. I know. We know you don't.
I adore his early work, but everything later was so.
Pipyap. So I've had the conversation with Travis. Pipyap is like one of his ultimate favorite characters of Avernus. That's why he did this. It's because he does love Pipyap.
Because every morning when Travis wakes up, Pipyap is there.
He is. I think Pipyap is like this alter ego version of Travis. Like if he could just be mischievous and like get after people and laugh in their face afterwards, and then make his buddies laugh with him. Like I think that would be. I mean that's.
I think that was my favorite part of New Year's Eve. Hey, why does a lemur have a short sword and a light crossbow? Yup. And he walked off.
He had, to be fair, he had already been drinking a little bit during that event.
I don't care. I thought it was great.
It was awesome. I love his reactions. He's fucking. I played Fireball Island with him. And I got really drunk. Fireball Island, okay, we got to get back into the OrcaCon here in a second, but I'll explain what Fireball Island is. So Fireball Island is this old kids game from the 80s. It's like the big map sets out like this, and it's like mountains, and at the very top there's like this tiki looking like stone thing, and you have cards, and there's a little mini, and on the board there's like marbles, and the marbles that are different colors represent certain things. So there's like fireballs, bees, there's all kinds of shit. Okay. And then you're supposed to get on the island, collect souvenirs and like treasures and stuff like that, and then get off out of the island on time to survive. And then if you get off, you calculate your points. Whoever has the most points wins, right?
Okay.
So you start out. Just the intro at first was the best, because Travis was like, all right, who knows the intro to Jurassic Park? So the whole table's all ba 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 ba. Everybody's coming in with this little mini helicopter that you put together with the push out cardboard stuff.
Oh, no.
And all of our minis are sitting on there.
Oh, no.
And you drop on, and then you do the whole like thing. And every time if a fireball hits you, hey man, the 80s, you don't have a 9-year-old, okay, that tells you, oh, I love retro. 80s is so retro and cool. And I'm like, retro was the 1950s back in my time. The
80s happened 40 years ago.
It's old, man. I was born 1984. So anyways, so when you get hit by a fireball, you have to take a shot of fireball. So, and like anytime you get hit and knocked over, you got to take a fireball shot. Anytime someone, I can't remember exactly because it's such a blur. I think I had like 18 shots, and I don't know how much of a fucking.
It's like, we're going around the boards.
It was too much. The lady at the hotel comes in, and she's like, you guys. Like to everybody, you're all on New Year's Eve. You're being really loud on New Year's Eve at like 11:30 or something. Like it was still kind of early, and they're all playing the Great Don Looney, and they're all playing the card. We're at the fireball table, and Josh turns around. He's all ba 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 ba. I was like, oh my god, we're so wasted. ridiculous. It was great. It was great.
Oh, I'm sad I missed that.
Oh, you missed so much. I'm crying right now.
I wanted to do the Great Dog Moody. I had big aspirations.
No, that is not how you play the game back in the day at all. That is.
Oh, when I was a child playing Fireball, we were taking shots of cinnamon whiskey.
Do I refer to him as Sakura now that I know it's Sakura? Like, now I don't know. Any other way.
They call that cinnamon, Karen.
They call that cinnamon carrot. Exactly. So no, it was amazing. Anyways, so back to OrcaCon. That was a nice break.
Yes. OrcaCon. It is this weekend, this Friday.
We'll talk about Pipyap next next Tuesday. Is that cool, Ben? Sure. We'll talk about Pipyap next Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll get into that a little bit more if you guys are still up for it. If you guys are down to join us and talk about Pipyap. Because are we running any of the Pipyap stuff at OrcaCon?
Yes.
Oh, we are. I thought we were only.
C or D. We're running one session twice.
We're not doing both.
We're not doing all four.
All four, okay.
However many there are. A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 of them.
Yeah, Faye.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. If we have time, maybe we'll get into it at the end, but we'll talk about it next week for sure. Because then I can get some insight too from Travis about it. But yeah.
So OrcaCon.
One more thing. I'm so sorry. Will told me he would come on the show and play Fireball Island too. I just remember that. I was so drunk that I couldn't remember that.
I don't know.
We won't get that drunk.
You say that now, but I don't know.
How drunk did everybody get last 2 weeks ago?
I was at home and I could hear you guys.
I don't know. All right, so continue. Back to OrcaCon.
OrcaCon is this Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10, 11, 12. Out here in Washington. It's in Bellevue at the Hilton. It's going to be a fantastic time.
We have 10 tables.
10 tables. Literally, games are happening like crazy. Friday morning, they kick off at 10:30, and it doesn't end until 12 p.m. So anytime you make it there on Friday.
If you signed up on time, you might be at my table.
It is time to go. Saturday is even crazier. It's going to kick off at 8:30 in the morning, and it doesn't end until 2 a.m. the following day.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll in D&D. Yo.
If you're coming to OrcaCon and you're here to play, enjoy everything OrcaCon has to offer because D&D is there.
Well, there's going to be other people too. We looked at the schedule. There's more than just AL. There are other games. If you were interested in playing any of these games, I would highly suggest that you get onto their website because it seems that they're allowing players to sign up before, which normally the way we run our games is that we allow the DMs to have an opportunity to pick the games that they want to play because of the fact that they do put in so much time and so much work into it that sometimes they don't have the time to be there early in the morning to sign up because they're busy prepping for their evening games or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So we give them that opportunity. But then everyone else that comes in, we normally are like day of signups. Yes. So it is going differently. That is not our decision. That was OrcaCon's way of doing it. So if you are looking to sign up, make sure you get up on their website of OrcaCon. Was it orcacon.com? What is it, Ben? Can you find it for me? We'll get that up for you guys in just a second. And make sure you sign up. And like I said, be careful because some of the games you sign up for may not be our AL games. Yes. But I guarantee you'll still have a blast playing it.
Yes.
Orcacon.org, not .com, .org.
O's.
And it's orca, like the whale, like, ooh. You know?
Like what?
Ooh. Isn't that what they do?
Yeah.
Like, I had to do the hand movement too. You can't see me because it cuts off.
Following that, Saturday it kicks off at 8:30 in the morning, doesn't end until 2 p.m. the following day. So there's time and space for everyone at OrcaCon to come in and kick it off. Then Sunday, the final day, is going to kick off again at 8:30 in the morning because we like to sleep at 2. We like to go to bed at 4 and wake up at 8.
It's my favorite.
But it does end earlier than the other nights.
I wish the camera could go to bed.
It ends at 6 p.m. So you've got tons and tons of hours. There's tons and tons of space. If you make it to OrcaCon, we look forward to having you there. Come by, say hi.
Look at Fritz. Look at Fritz trying to get me, dude.
Just curious what kind of... Oh, there we go.
Look at the only reason I say that, Fritz, is because you have no idea how many people ask me, what do you mean, like orca? Like Orca the whale? Is it like a con about whales? And I'm like, oh my God, no, stop it. And I don't know if they're fucking with me or they're being serious, because sometimes some people could just be so flat, like poker face to me. So I don't know. I'm really gullible in that department.
That's fair.
And orcas make ooh.
Oh no.
I'm not very fluent in orca,
She
but
said,
I have dabbled.
Okay,
And Sakura, I'm super ridiculously excited about the Eberron, because I'm going to be part of the one of the workshops for creating a character.
Oh yeah, that's something we're doing. If you've never played before and you're at OrcaCon and you are nervous about making a character, that's cool because we'll help you make a character.
Yes, we will.
We
You should just show up and sit at my table and just be like my buddy at the table.
I might
It's
do
at
that.
10:30 in the morning on Friday.
I'll do. We did.
And bring the baby in a little high chair, and then she could just be part of it too. Yeah. I have a hotel room, so you can go change your diapers and all that stuff if you need to.
No, I'll do it in the middle of the floor.
Oh, that's cool. You know,
This is the smell of battle.
teacher, no shame in my game.
That's right. Daddy didn't raise no quitter.
But and then I'm actually DMing my first time in public, first time at a con.
That's what I want to show.
I'm
for.
DMing. I'm gonna be doing the very first of Eberron 01. I'm excited. I've read through it. I've studied it. I've asked the question. What's that?
You played it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You played it on my table.
When?
At Neil.
For
Oh,
Eberron?
Eberron? No, never mind.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was
I'm
like,
sorry. I thought you.
I was like, Ben, I was not that drunk that day.
Debatable. That was debatable.
Maybe I was.
Yeah, Ben, you.
Oh, Fridge trying to talk shit. Oh, I see you do DM. Oh my God, we're gonna play. I promise we're gonna play.
Fritz, that is so funny. Oh, I see. So you do DM.
Oh, you just had to do the voice for it. You just had to like really ram it in the guilt. I almost called you Josh, Mikey, because that's who else would guilt me like that.
That's funny.
Vape life.
He said, I gotta have my vape though.
But
That was so funny.
yeah, I'm really excited about the Ebenron stuff. We're gonna have the entire thing. We're gonna play. We actually get to do the epic. Which are we not the first in the Pacific Northwest to get to run the epic too? I think that's a motherfucking exciting news right there.
Yeah!
We are.
We're gonna be
the
number
first in the
one.
Pacific Northwest to have at their con the Ebenron epic.
Yay!
Right? It's the Ebenron or the next
Are you
Avernus one.
DMing that? Are you gonna be an
No,
epic
I'm playing that shit, bitch. Don't get shit.
It's Eberron. We're doing Eberron. We're doing Hellfire Requiem and Liar's Night.
Hellfire Requiem. We already did Liar's Night at the little thing that we did, and then I believe Oregon played it before we did at con. So I know that's not the one that's the first in the PM Dub. I'm pretty sure it's the Ebenron one. Oh, actually, Fritz, while I got you here, I meant to ask, do you happen to have a Warforge I can either borrow or I can purchase? Because I need a Warforge for this one, because there's a really, really cool character, and I kind of want to bring it on the table. Many! And you know what I like about it? In the module, they mention the Warforge as a she.
Oh.
Yeah, they reference her as a she. I was like, that's interesting. I like that.
I just recently watched.
All cars are she's.
What's that?
All vehicles are she's.
All vehicle or she's. Yeah, they do refer to like mechanical things as a woman normally. That's true.
I just recently watched the Han Solo movie, the Star Wars movie, and there's the robot that's like, equal rights.
Yes,
and
Sheriff
all that
Fritz.
stuff.
Look at Fritz knew exactly who I was talking about.
Sheriff.
It was female.
Sheriff.
It's great.
You
Fritz, I
mean
love it. I love it. Continue, Mikey. I'm sorry.
L337,
Yeah.
the Leap Bot.
Yeah. I'm just imagining a Warforged like that, just running around and being like very, very human, but very also robot at the same time. She's like, listen, it's just us here. And she's talking to like the other girl. And I was like, how does that work? Oh, it works.
Oh my God.
It's so funny. But
yeah, it's I'm excited. I'm excited about this Eberron thing because you don't get robots in like the Forgotten Realms. You know what I mean? Like
That's
there's
true.
no like real like robotic constructs that you can mess with. And I love the concept of it. And I love even more that the concept is that people don't trust them because of what they were created for. But then they're trying to figure things out with this like artificial intelligence that they have.
I'm a nursing bot.
It's a dichotomy. I
was
can tell you that.
programmed to kill.
It's awesome. But yeah, so we have that going on. I want to go over because a lot of people don't know that some of these cons, especially when they're held at the, they're held at these like the Hilton and stuff like that. They
Yes.
tend to bring in these food trucks.
Oh yeah, food.
Yes.
Why would you go to any place if they didn't have food?
Well, and then they change every day. They normally have like a different food truck. So I had Ben, do you have that schedule that I sent?
Of all of the food trucks.
Did I give that to you?
That's true. So at OrcaCon, they're gonna have a variety of food trucks every day. They also have their
Here it
own
is.
kind of like kitchenette of goodies that you can always get. So you can always count on like a hamburger or a hot dog.
I don't know. Someone was saying in the chat, in the Discord chat, amongst the DMs, that they don't believe that the OrcaCon normally has the little food stand at the bottom like Dragonflight does. But I swear to God, they did one year. They do, right?
I thought they did, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did last year too. So they
Hot dogs
have
and hamburgers.
they have like a little like catering food thing where there's like slices of pizzas and cheeseburgers, and then
Yeah.
you can go upstairs to the lobby and there's a restaurant there with a bar that has cheeseburgers that are way too overpriced. So I like to support the local worker,
The
the
food truck.
community.
You don't like the
truck.
$5 cardboard pizza?
Bro. I mean, if I'm hella high and I'm in a rush to get back to my game, then yeah, I'll eat it all
Like,
day.
you know you got a room, right? I'm bringing a microwave and like Hot Pockets.
Yeah, see, Salcedo over here is telling us that the burger was okay. I mean, it's okay. It's not like, it's like, think about high school lunch food, like back in your day. Like, remember being in high school and going to the lunch line and being like, oh, there's cheeseburgers. Oh, there's pizza. Now, unless your school was like mine, who was sponsored by Pizza Hut, it was either a shitty
Your
pizza.
school was sponsored by Pizza Hut?
Yeah, for lunch, they were sponsored by Pizza Hut. And so we used to get
Wow.
little mini pan pizzas that you could buy.
I thought I had a goodness list.
And then we had In-N-Out, and once a month, In-N-Out would come and sell their burgers on our school campus. I was spoiled as a kid when it came to that. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Fritz.
Where we
It
grew
was.
up.
I grew up when I was a little young kid. One of the moms at the private school I went to, I was like,
Private school.
through first and third grade, I went to private school.
Cynthia.
Now, why do you think I say Catholicism? Okay, so, but I went there, and the mom worked in the corporate of In-N-Out, and so she would, for like the school fundraising stuff, we always had the In-N-Out burger truck there. It was the best. It was God.
That's cool. I'm jelly. That's cool as hell, though.
Okay, fucking clueless went to school with everything cool. Daniel, don't get me like that. Talk to Josh. Wait till you hear what kind of shit they had at his school.
It's like every morning they had the creme brulee.
I was spoiled when it came to school lunch. I'm not gonna lie. For high school, it was like, once you got out of middle school, you got into high school, you were like, damn, this food is bomb now. Even their lasagna was good. My favorite thing to eat was the tater tots in the cup, and then they had the cheese and the chili. And then I would have, or curly fries like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm getting hungry now.
I went to public school.
So did I.
Into
In high school, I
college.
went to public school. I went to Sandy Miss High School. And if you watch Bill and Ted, you will know they mentioned my high school in there. You guys, I don't know what to tell you. Southern Cali. Dude, I will say though, the private school over here that I went looking at for my son, their school lunches were like, that was like going to like a high-end restaurant and like paying like $30 for a plate or something.
There are
$30
a
for
couple of
What's that?
schools.
$30 for kale.
Yeah, pretty much.
There are a couple of schools in Tacoma that are like, wow, that is impressive.
For your lunch.
Yeah. I did not go
Every
to any
day.
of that places.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's great.
You're talking about tater tots with like chili and cheese and stuff? No, dog.
No.
No.
So let's see what's going on
Okay.
here then. On
Crinkle-
Friday,
Crinkle cut fries.
on Friday we got all kinds of shit coming in.
Oh yeah, so let me get that menu real quick, man. Let me get that. Yes.
Okay, the coffee trailer is gonna be there, which if you guys know is like hella key.
Lil J's Super Dogs is good. They're gonna be there. Oh, they're there basically all weekend, at weird hours. Kiss My Grits, I like them. I don't think I've had Sugar Bites.
I don't
think
know.
I've had
It sounds cute because it spelled like bites, like computer. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
BYTES. That's cute.
It's cute. Look, they got a little baby Yoda.
Oh my god, they better come loaded with those little fucking. That's not baby Yoda, that's old man Yoda. He's got his little
Look at
fucking
those
cane.
wrinkles.
He's so cute with his little cane.
It's just sweet treats and stuff.
Cookie you must eat.
So OrcaCon should have a really good variety.
Oh, they have
of
really cute
things.
cookies. I can't wait to buy a cookie.
They do have vegetarian options. They make sure that they always have that. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, I know we've tried Kiss My Grits, and they're really freaking delicious.
Yeah.
I've had, and their stuff you have to be at their truck early because they will sell out of stuff. Like that's the thing about
Yeah.
these food trucks is that especially at nighttime, if they're there during the night, like they will sell out of things, and then you're like, okay, and you're looking at their menu and like things are crossed out. So like if I would suggest kind of planning your food. And
Yeah.
if you're gonna take food, awesome. I don't ever discourage that. They do allow outside food in there. If you're gonna go sit and play, you can Uber, you can order pizza. It's a hotel, so it's accessible for them to be able to do that there. But again, support your local, community hard worker and get these trucks. And these trucks are off the res.
Yeah.
What are you drooling over?
Off the res. On Friday, they're gonna be there for lunch. I like these guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. You and I were sharing all kinds of shit.
Because
right?
they have-
taco stuff.
These are so it's like this like I can't
It's
remember
so
what kind of
good.
tortilla it is. It's like a specific tortilla native
All
to
I know is it's the pickled red onions, and they put it on a bunch of stuff.
Oh god,
It
it's
is-
so good. Their dessert is amazing.
bread.
Remember it's fried bread.
Is freaking out.
So the barbecue pulled pork taco they got, that is hot. That's fire. Okay. The res
Fry
burger.
bread. It's fry bread. Okay, friends, it's fry bread.
Res burger.
That's what it is. It's like it's like all like fluffy. It's so freaking good.
Yeah. So and it looks like they're only going to be there for Friday for lunch and dinner. Definitely get out them.
Oh my god! If you guys come on Friday, yeah, I'm definitely gonna I'm planning for that then.
Yeah, I think I ate there the most.
Who's
last year.
Tabassum? Why does that sound familiar? Tabassum? Oh,
Savory pie.
Yes, they are bomb too. It's not like it's not Renaissance fair like meat pie type of things,
No,
but
it's
different
good.
and there's squash. Oh, I remember that from last year. It's like samosa. That's right, samosas.
Yeah.
I forget the name of those, but yes, the
That's a Samsa?
Samsa.
Not a samosa.
is it Samsa? Oh.
But they're
I'm an
good.
asshole.
You'll definitely want to get.
This was the
Sorry,
ones that-
rural education.
But I remember the.
I'm not a cook, bro.
I remember the butternut squash.
The butternut squash because that's all they had left. This is one of those. This was another one of those food trucks that they sold out really quick of like the amazing yummy stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully this year they're like, no, we remember we sold out. We should
I think
probably
they'll
do a
be
little
ready for
extra.
it.
I hope so because I think last year was their first time, maybe because I don't remember seeing them the year before that. Hotel secret: you can arrange for the hotel to drop you off and pick you up downtown Bellevue. Sakura, that's some great advice, bro. Thank you.
So, but yeah, so the food should be good.
I am staying there too.
I would also definitely suggest, if you're going to be there for the long haul, definitely pack some food to bring with you. Carrots, any kind of snickety snack, something that'll kind of keep you fed. Those are fantastic to have. And then because we went over this about like bathroom etiquette at the table. Don't be afraid to get up and use the bathroom. Don't forget your deodorant, things like that.
Another thing, guys, if you are planning on playing this weekend, it's supposed to snow. And, you know, I totally understand if you can't make it because of the snow. Totally understand. But if you are playing and you cannot make it, please try to deregister yourselves if you are signed up for a game, because then it allows us as the organizers to know what spots we can fill when there's people that are waiting that had maybe showed up and they're on a waiting list. So please, I can't beg you enough. If you are playing, please make sure that you guys deregister and take yourselves off if you're not going to come to if you're not making it to the game, so that we can check, because we try to pre-print a lot of these things out, but our staff, our admins that volunteer, they're super on making sure that they have their tablets and their phones ready to take a look at the other website, because we do our things through Warhorn, and OrcaCon does it through a different website. What's it called? Do you remember what it's called?
It's like
Ben?
Tabletop
or something. Yeah, something like that. And they do their stuff through there. So we try to sync up as much as we possibly can, and we're constantly looking at the website. So if you're not going to make it, please let us know. The snow is pushed to next week. Oh, Dust, thank you so much. All right, so maybe we won't have to miss any of you guys. Maybe everyone will be able to make it on time. That would be really nice.
It's Washington, so like it might snow and then hail and then have like 103-degree weather and then go back to like standard gloom and doom.
The rain the last couple days has been crazy.
Yeah, it's been raining, but be assured that because it is a Hilton hotel, Josh and I were there 2 years ago, and it had snowed, and they salted the shit out of everything. So I mean, they make sure that there's no problems on their property, being that it is a hotel. You know. Let's see. Scrappy Joe Rhodes, could you go over what the day one opening looks like? First time DMing at a convention.
Yeah, Scrappy Joe coming in a DM.
Welcome.
What is the Friday morning day one opening? What's our Friday epic?
Do we have an opening? I thought we weren't doing an opening this year. Where are we doing the opening?
Not an open,
just what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, I think he wants to know like what to expect.
Okay.
Really
what to expect when you're expecting to DM.
That is a very simple and easy task.
First thing is come to the admin table and check in. Actually take one step before that.
Yeah.
Scrappy Joe, are you going to be picking up your badge from us? Or did you fill in enough hours for a badge? I don't know who Scrappy Joe is. I can't remember. There's a lot of Joes in my life, and I love them all, but I can't remember. But if you are coming and you need your pass, if you're coming... Okay, perfect. Oh. So on Thursday, can come on Thursday. Ben will be there. What time do you show up, Ben? At 2?
1 or 2.
1 or 2 o'clock. Make sure that you get onto our Discord if you need to DM him personally and you want to ask him a question, or you have access to him through Facebook, whatever means of access that you have to Ben. Kenobi Ben.
Smoke signals.
If smoke signals, I mean, just make sure he sees them. He will be there. I will be getting there probably at like 5 o'clock. Someone here? At like 5 o'clock, because I have to pick up my son from school and then drive up there. And I'll be coming to relieve him, and I will be staying the night at the hotel. My only thing is that any of you, if you're going to be coming late, my cutoff time is at 10:30, because I got to get my son to bed and I got to get myself to bed so that I can wake up super early in the morning to make sure I'm there on Friday ready to go, not only to help the admin table get everything set up, but to make sure I get myself set up. Since it's my first DM, I'm going to be very nervous. So I want to like enough time to make sure.
Just don't mess it up. So whatever you do, we got a lot riding on you, Cindy. So don't mess it up. No pressure. Don't mess it up. But yeah,
just so you know what was behind that hand.
A finger?
This finger.
I don't know.
It's all yours, Michael.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I come from the land down under.
Oh no! Gonna go there.
So
I already had an Orcon pass. Now I'm running 12 hours, so not sure how that works.
Dusk, you'll just hold on to your pass. That's it. If you have a friend that wanted to show up.
Yeah, because I don't know what their return policies are, hon. I'm so sorry. I have no idea, or else I would ask them maybe. I would call, maybe write them an email before this weekend and ask them, like, hey, I'm volunteering. They're giving me a pass. Can I do that? If not, like you said, bring a friend that's never played and get them to play.
Yes, bring them to the I don't know how to play D&D. We'll teach you how to play table, where they'll learn all the useful tools and skills required to play the greatest RPG game ever made.
No, we are not sponsored by WotC, but hey.
That's right. What else do we got going on?
Yeah, and to that, are players at conventions up for role playing, or is it a bit more get to the objective? So, honestly, the way that works is you're gonna find yourself with how many hours you're gonna be playing. You're gonna find yourself with a mixture of these type of group of people. You run it the way you want to run it. Okay, Scrappy, like you do however you want to do it. You're going to find people at the table. And normally with a lot of the DMs, when I first started playing, especially at OrcaCon, I got rewarded for role playing. I got inspiration for role playing. And if you find yourself with a player who is not happy with you because you didn't give them inspiration because they didn't role play, unfortunately, that's on them. And that's not your fault for not handing out that inspiration. At least that's what you'll get if someone comes to the table and complains about that situation. If you're about that and you enjoyed and they made you laugh and they made the table laugh because of their role playing, by all means, please. And if the rest of the table starts to role play, then you reward them once, and then after that, you
reward them only once.
Yeah, I would
you know
say
what I mean?
for epics that they're more like get to the objective. But if it's like, hey, you need to negotiate, and they role play hard, give them bonuses for that. Like.
I honestly, I always tell people it's up to you on how you want to do it. But I see that people like I said earlier, I have a specific character that I bring to the table that I play because I know if the table ends up kind of falling a little flat and all they want to do is damagey kind of stuff and it's kind of affecting other people that maybe don't want to play it like that, I start role playing her and everyone kind of starts falling in the like, okay, this sounds like a good idea because it's crazy, you know what I mean? And like that kind of helps out with
it's
it.
Crazy.
It is. It's
kooky. It's wild.
but with that being said, I kind of find that's it helps out with the table. And epics, it also depends on the epic, Ben. Sometimes there's epics that they design specifically for role-playing purposes, and they get more points, and they'll earn more points for these role-playing objectives. And then you'll get these other kind of epics where it's like, okay, we're on a time crunch. We got to get as much as we got to get done here because everyone's fighting against how many points is going to be at the tables, and whoever's got the most points is the winner. Whether they win something or not, normally it's like a cert or like some sort of title that you get at the end of the game. It all depends, again, on the module.
Your reward is not dying.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, and that's one of the most frustrating ones. But hey, that's how the game goes. And you find yourself kind of like needing to push your players along, like, okay, all right, we role played, awesome, let's go on to the next thing, and you got to tell them like, all right, you guys have 30 or 20 minutes left to finish this objective, and you want to keep them in line. So that's why when you kind of prepare your modules, it's up to you as the DM to kind of like figure out how you want the game to go. And if the table falls a little flat on the role playing stuff, then kind of focus a little bit more on their art, on their role, on their like the fighting and stuff. Because then if you're like on a higher tier, you're gonna find that they don't want to role play very much. They want to just go beat the shit out of things and use all the cool things that they just added into their character, the magic items, the things that start to unlock at the higher levels. Like I played a tier 4 the other day. And like, that was the one that we played, yeah. And like, I used someone else's character because it was like an intimate game, you know. So I used somebody else's character. Thank God I didn't kill that character off.
It was an intimate game,
but it was definitely a game, a table of friends, and so I didn't role play as much as I would role play. Not only because I didn't really know the character and I didn't want to screw up someone else's like mindset of what their character is, but it was difficult to role play something like that because there's so much action going on at that high of a tier.
I got to role play quite a bit. I mean, it was more or less like one-liners.
Yeah, the first season.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Most mods now are being written to reward role play. Yes, that I would Elong, I definitely agree with that. When I played the Liar's Night Epic, that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like they wanted you to really role play that game, you know? And
well, yeah, the premise of the entire event gives you, like, it's very role play-esque.
And Cleric Games is good about trying to match players with DMs. You guys usually give me folks who are new because you know I'm all about those first timers. Yes, Sakura cheats. Yes, we do try to. I have specific DMs that I know are going to be really good with either kids or with just first time gamers with like a DM who's really well. What's the word?
Rounded.
Well, with the game that they're playing, they know the rules. They know exactly how to help people if they don't know what they're doing for the first time. Mikey here is one of the DMs that normally when he's playing, I try to put kids in his table because Mikey doesn't tend to use curse words as much as some of my other
I
DMs.
drop F-bombs every third word.
See, he said F-bomb.
I'm like, hey kid, what the F-bomb are you doing next?
But I mean, yeah, no, you're really good with kids. And so I try to do that. I try to keep especially Josh too, like we're very active when we're sitting at the admin table and we're trying to make sure that things are going fluid. And we also pass that on to the admins that are at the table. We tell them, we're like, you guys and the admins that we have been doing this for years and volunteering for years. And they know it, and they've been doing it longer than we were in the game. And so they are pretty well on knowing like, okay, this person DMs like this, and I can see that these type of people come from that table a lot happier. We know where to put players if you're about your rules and you want to come out there and you want to play things exactly the way the book says. I got the DMs for that too. So, I mean, it's all about trying to make sure we match the right people up.
What's your flavor?
Exactly. But yeah, who's coming this year for the panels? Do we know? I know one of my girls, Emma's coming out to talk about, she's another one of those interviewers, and she does a lot of work with the Gen Con channel, and she goes out to, what's the big one, the big gaming store? Mox's. She goes to Mox's a lot, and she does stuff out there, so I know she's going to be one of their guest speakers, so I'm pretty excited to go.
Catherine Cross?
Oh, Crawford's coming out too from WotC.
Victoria Kenya, Brian Corgito, Aaron Broswick, Misha B.
Oops. And that's just some of the people, because not everybody on here is that I know. There's a lot of people from WotC that are coming down too. If you're looking to run into some of your favorite writers and stuff like that from WotC, some of them will be walking around there. It's a very popular, like I said, a RPG. If you go back up right there, go back down, man. Emma Larkin, she's all over the place.
Oh, there's the Gen Con.
Yeah, I mean, she's all over the place. And yeah. I mean, she goes to a lot of cons. If you see her, say hi. She's super nice. I mean, it's definitely, there's going to be a lot of people. Like I said, some of the people that I'm seeing on this list, if you go on the orcacon.org website, there's people on here that I know, like Jeremy Crawford. Like why couldn't I think of his first name? Jeremy Crawford, I know, goes every year, and I know he's going to be there this year. It got confirmed for me. There's some surprise people that might be making it. I don't want to call out names because I don't know if they're going to be there or not, so I don't want to go back on
Robert De Niro. Chris Hemsworth.
Oh my God! Speaking of Robert De Niro, Have you seen the show on Netflix? Or the movie
No,
on
but I
Netflix?
want to watch it so
Oh
bad.
my god, it's so good.
That's good.
Just it's a really good like ending to all those old dudes' like mobster career kind of a deal. It's like kind of shutting everything down for all of that. It's really good. It's really good.
Transitioning.
It is. We're going to a new time, man. People are getting old and retiring, and young people are coming in to take their place in that like role of things. It's crazy. Like The Witcher. What's his name? The guy that plays Superman. Yeah. Henry Cavill. Like he's in a few things, but like nothing huge. I think
he's in the Count of Monte Cristo.
He is in the Count of Monte Cristo. I forgot about that.
I thought he did a pretty good job playing The Witcher.
He's
a pretty good guy.
I think this is his shit. Yeah. I love getting my books signed by the Watsy guys. Yeah, soccer. I mean, and that's the thing to go to for there. Like, if you're going to go, I know Josh extended the olive branch to Lisa Penrose. So she might be, so we're hoping she might be there because I know she was looking for more community play. So we let her know, like, hey, we're going to be there. Come check it out. And so she asked, like, oh, when is it? Where? And we hope we see you there, Lisa.
That'd be cool.
That'd be nice.
That'd be chill.
Yeah, see? Desk already on there.
Ooh,
Lisa.
That's a good call, Sakura.
Oh, Lisa will probably be there. Oh, we'll see. I hope so. What's that?
Sakura likes to get his book signed by
Yeah.
you guys. I have Mike Merles and a couple other people, but I haven't brought my books to a lot of conventions, so I gotta remember to do that.
I believe last year at OrcaCon, I think Greg Tito came by and said hi at the table and stopped by, and so I know that we're gonna have a few people coming out. Bill Benham might be coming out.
You can also get signatures from us. We'll have portraits.
I don't even want to print my own.
Yeah, we're gonna have portraits at the admin table. Cindy's face.
See, people just want my signature so they could just get in there and do tax fraud.
You should just
Tax
start
fraud.
doing Esperanza's signature. I don't know where he is, but Marshmallow said he might be coming up. So.
Oh, I haven't seen Marshmallow. Maybe Marshmallow is taking a break after the New Year's. I don't blame him.
That's fair.
Oh, Scrappy, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Let's see. Is there anything else?
Oh, D20 Dames. We'll do a live show. Yeah.
There's a bunch of cool
or
stuff.
a beer. Daniel, that might not be a bad idea.
You can come and
pay me in beers or dabs.
Daniel, are you going to be running some collateral? That's what I'm.
Ooh, it is pretty good to use those signed books. I know Danny uses a lot of those. I mean, Danny went and he worked his ass off to collect as many signatures as he could for this charity raffle that he had done at one time. And he let everybody know, like, hey, you guys are signing this for a good cause. And so everyone was glad to sign it. He had like the book back and front just filled with signatures. And then he had a little dice tray that he had everyone sign that he was going to raffle off.
That's cool.
I mean, Danny's on that. So, I mean, some of you guys, I'm really weird about asking people for their signatures. When I ask it, it's normally like, hey, will you do this for my kid? Like, no, it's not for me. Yes. Oh, guys, if you have tuned in and watched us play Collateral Damage, if you guys, and you are interested in playing, or maybe you've heard of it and you've seen it on our Facebook, please, Daniel Salcido, who is the creator and designer of the game, is going to be there running the game. It is definitely one of the most funner RPG games to play.
Yeah.
It can go anywhere. I mean, it could go crazy. It's all about the roll of the die.
Yes. I like to think of it as like roleplay light plus some stuff.
Ooh, they even gave him 2.5 hour block out. So that means you can definitely guarantee a first act to third act being completed and finished.
That's rad.
That's awesome, Danny. Or, why did I say Danny? Daniel.
I know.
I got Danny and Daniel. Damn it.
Damn, Daniel. Get it again with the white vans. That's awesome.
Oh, it fell apart. Josh has one too that was like a player's handbook that started to fall apart that he had signed for Zeke.
Yeah.
With his name all over it to like give it to him.
All I remember is nobody touches this book.
It's falling apart.
Don't touch it. And we're like, but I need it to reference things.
There's another one. Okay.
Go find the other one. Okay.
Not sure if they gave it to me, but that's what I'm planning on.
Signing the DM screens.
That's another thing that Josh did. But be careful, because when you're signing the DM screens, one of his favorite screens that he had them sign that he uses all the time, which I don't know why he uses. Well, I mean, I know why he uses that DM screen. It's his favorite one, but I don't know why he had them all sign the one that he likes to use, because now it's starting to rip in one of the bending areas.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
That means you'll have to get another one.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I think Lisa signed that one. All kinds of like
There's
AL
a bunch
people
of
signed
signatures on it.
On that one. It was a lot of AL people that signed it. It was really nice. But yeah, I don't know. Dang, we still got an hour. We talked about OrcaCon. We talked about. Is there anything else you guys want us to talk about OrcaCon? Is there anything that we're missing that you guys maybe are questioning? Did we answer enough of what to be ready for DMing like an epic? Again, when you check in for your badge, make sure you come and check in with Ben or I, and you contact us through whatever means you need to. We're constantly going to be looking at our phones on Thursday and Friday. If you are once you come in, the time that it's try to show up early, at least a half hour before your game, so that you can check in with the admin table. So the admins, if there's any sort of handouts that they need to give you, we will have handouts available for you. If you are looking to do your own flavor, we don't really do anything special. It's not like all super pretty and nice. So if you're looking like you want to do and you have an idea of how you want the things at your table to look specifically for you as a DM and how you want to portray the story, by all means, you're more than welcome to bring it to the table. Just no real weapons.
Don't get caught with real weapons.
Other than that, yeah, I mean, anything that you guys are going to need, we are going to, we have some of the maps provided for these games for you to borrow, to be able to play. If for some reason you rushed out of your house, there's ways of us to be able to help you get access to the modules, and you've maybe forgot. But yeah, planning, make sure you have your minis, your rollout mat if just in case there's maps that we don't have for the games that you're playing. Handouts if you want them to look a certain way and you don't want us to just give you cutout of the module like it's shown. We try to make them look as nice as possible. Yeah, any other questions, please let us know. D&D scented candles and soap. No, I'm working on that. Fritz brings out the good questions. I'm sorry. That's a great question. I mean, no one else is going to ask it.
Describe to me your holiday D&D scented candle. What's the name of it? And what does it smell like?
It smells like pine trees and burnt char.
Do we have a name for this?
The Ranger.
The Ranger. That's not bad. It smells like is something burning?
Barbarian funk. Yes. Oh, see, now we got an idea. We got to come on here and make soaps, and we'll get like D&D molds and stuff.
That could be rad.
And we can make soaps, and we'll have people tell us what to put in there and what to name it.
Can we get a huge mold of like PC characters?
And then we'll give them out. We'll raffle them out to people, and we'll send them out to you.
This
you don't
one,
have to pay for it.
This one, it smells like musk. Just pure, unadulterated.
We call that goblin gooch. Yeah.
GT. What's that stand for? The Goblin's Taint. Don't worry, he took a shower yestermorrow.
Pipyap's pits.
Pipyap's pits. Smells like sulfur and eggs.
That is so great. I think we're onto something here, Ben. I think we're onto something here.
Stinky candles for
highly toasted lich with a hint of cinnamon.
Lightly toasted lich.
I'll bring it at the MegaCon. There was a woman who had like 62 candle and soaps that were all D&D scented. Oh my jeez.
It's funny, so I'm reading the chat, right? And Dusk Embassy is like, Dear Lord. Like, that's the name of the candle. Dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
It smells like a cleric.
It smells like lemons and...
I was going to go with Mr. Clean.
Well, yeah, lemons. Lemons and pine.
Lemons. Dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
Now we're going with the druids there. I like that. Yeah. Divine intervention smells like Febreze. Oh my god.
They walk you into a room. Do you smell it? No. What is it? And then it's like, it's the Febreze commercials where they Febreze the room and it's really gross. They're like, but it's just dead bodies. They're like, I don't smell any of it. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's there.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
When your trolls get out of hand.
I just want 10%. Oh, see, now we're getting into legalities here.
Anyways, following our D&D scented candles, what else do we have?
Yeah, I mean, we went through that pretty quick.
A little bit.
I'm really excited though. No, so we have backup plan.
Yeah.
It was like AT&T's rollovers. We have to finish our wizard.
Do we have the laptop?
I still got that. I still got that shit. I just paid for my D&D Beyond membership.
Oh, you got the monthly thing, right?
Yeah, I paid for, I think it was like 3 or 6 months in advance. I can't remember. It was one of those. It was like $15.99.
Yeah,
and
you saved some money on it or whatever.
Yeah, and then Josh and I are discussing about maybe getting the DMing one unlocked once like we start taking it seriously for DMing purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, thanks, Des. The point of OrcaCon.
I keep reliving the.
Oh, the point of OrcCon. There we go. See, god damn it.
I keep reliving. So over New Year's when we played our Tier 4 game, and I died because Josh killed the crap out of me. I'm still just reliving.
Because look there was 3 freaking clerics, and somehow you managed to just run into the middle of these crazy ass monsters.
Just run into the middle of
one of them has like 3 or 4 attacks in one turn.
I soaked so much damage.
You did, and I try. How badly did I and Lee try to keep you alive? Lee, who we also know as Jasper during our Essential Kids game night.
He was. You guys were. I think he was 1 turn late, and he was gonna be like, "Oh, I res you and put you at max HP," but then Josh was like, "Okay, well, I attack you several times in a row, and you're dead." I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. I mean, I was playing one of Lee's clerics, Alina.
Yeah. And
she's fucking awesome. The way he describes her is a female Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it. I love his description about it.
She does this.
And so I'm like trying to play her, and like I'm over here trying to keep you alive. She's even got a companion named Charcoal, who's a fucking fire element.
That was one of my favorite elements of the character.
Oh. I will say though, Danny just cheesed out that whole game. And then how epic was that? I don't want to ruin the game for people, but there is something at the end of that game that if you make a decision, you get left in hell for an entire year and you have to retire your character.
Oh, yeah.
For a whole year while you're there.
A year and a day.
Yeah. I don't want to say where it is. I don't want to say what you have to do that. Danny on here, if you're listening, he knows. He's well aware of what the situation is.
I'll see you guys next year.
And I was like, damn, I'm bummed. I wish I would have brought Decivia out to play because she would have been like, fuck it. All right, cool. I'm here in hell now for the next year. Yeah. And this is what I do. But the reward of what you get to bring back with you when you come back, I think is really fucking cool. I mean, there's an up and a down to that decision. Yeah. And I think Danny looked very not stoked on that decision that he made. But I know if I would have gone down there with Decivia, the fucking drow rogue that I have, I think she would have been like, yeah, fuck off, everybody, peace out.
My character's like, nah, dude, I'm good.
This is my kind of place. Like, this is better than any fucking Underdark and Menzo Berenson or anything. Like, this is as under as you can possibly get. You know? Yeah, that'd be great. But hey, come play and you'll find out. Granted, it was a tier 4 though.
Yeah.
That was a tier 4. That was brutal.
That was pretty rough.
So as we're waiting, Ben is getting everything ready for us to be able to get the laptop up and going, and we'll have you guys finish helping me build this wizard. If you weren't here when we did this, what we were doing is we had discussed about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, something.
We had discussed psionics,
Yep.
We were talking about creating psionic characters through the Unearthed Arcana. And I personally had never played a wizard. Everybody's telling me that I need to try it. So I figured, let's create a wizard. And everyone in chat was like, fuck that. Create the psionic wizard that you're talking about. So I created a psionic wizard. Oh God, I got something in my eye. Oh no. Anyways, I created a psionic wizard.
I got something in my eye.
I did. It's still in there. And I'm going to try to play it off for you guys like it's not.
Just Popeye it the whole time.
Oh my God. I call that the one-eyed Willy.
No, you do not call it. No.
Yes, I
That's
call it.
not what it's called.
You one-eyed Willy.
It's called Popeye.
No, I call it the one-eyed Willy because that's what I used to say to Josh when I first met him. He had pictures of himself when he'd get drunk, and his pictures were always like this.
Oh no.
And one eye was always open and one was always closed. And I'm like, shit, it's one-eyed Willy.
Sydney, the one-eyed Willy is something else.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I called it.
We can't. That's. Look at that hot dog head.
Oh my God. I told Zeke, I'm like, guess what they call you? A penis? Hey, I guess imagination. I told Zeke, I'm like, they call Dad the hot dog and they call you the corn dog. And then I started laughing, and then I was like, I told Josh, I was like, I have a really mean joke for myself. And he's like, what? I was like, I don't even want to say it out loud because it's so mean. I shouldn't say it about myself. And he's like, what? And I'm like, if they call Zeke the corn dog and they call you the hot dog, does that make me the pig in a blanket?
Yes.
He just says yes.
Where's the treasure? I don't want to say.
That's so funny, dude.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's so funny.
What?
I don't know if I can get it going.
Oh no. All right. So then I guess we're not going to be able to make the character today. Again, postponed.
What do we have left to do? Pick spells?
Yeah, we were supposed
We
to
can
pick
just
spells.
go over spells. I mean, I could throw it up on the monitor.
Spells
and incantations
for those in the power to cast them.
What do you need? What I need, Dusk, is that we were trying to figure out what. Okay, so this was before Christmas. Here's a little bit more backdrop to the fucking psionic wizard.
Oh
that we
yeah,
are
it's
creating
a
here.
freaking elf.
So
right?
yes, it
Santa's
was a.
helper?
I played a forest gnome. No. It was not a forest gnome. It was a stocking. What are they called? The gnome.
The rock. You were not a rock gnome.
Was it the rock gnomes? No, it was something else. It was a different gnome. It wasn't the forest gnome.
It's a rock gnome. You were right.
I'm playing a gnome who's a wizard who works for Santa. And we were creating, I think, a level 7 wizard is what we put it at. Oh, level 5th? Okay,
Yeah.
level 5th.
So we can get access to third level spells.
Yeah. And then we made it, and we named it Buddy.
What was your arcane tradition?
It was,
psionic, duh.
yeah, psionic. But then, what did I pick again, Ben? You had me pick what? So I would remember things for 30 days? Oh, I took Keen Mind as the feature so that as Santa's helper, I could remember the naughty and good list for 30 days and remember everyone's name.
I can accurately recall any information.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy, you are on the naughty list. Why? Santa's helper?
Because in fine print, it said that you beat your dog.
You have a filthy bottom.
And you don't wash behind your ears, so you get coal.
Boys with filthy bottoms don't get presents.
Mm.
And this is why there's no Santa.
I'm just over here thinking about why I got coal.
That's good. I didn't get any claws.
I think it's because I have a filthy bottom.
No, stop it. Ah, man. I hate you so much.
Which is like backwards day because you know you love me so much.
I think I have a filthy bottom.
But yeah, no, Dusk, we were on D&D Beyond doing it since with D&D Beyond you do have access to Unearthed Arcana.
It makes everything. If you guys haven't used D&D Beyond's like thing, You gotta spend money. What?
Did you see what Sakura just wrote?
Why does it sound like a Disney Channel movie? Because it is. Oh my god, what's the wand?
Is that the song? I don't even know the song.
Have you seen, no, you gotta see the ones where they remove the music and it's like Lizzie McGuire. She's like...
No.
And like they actually trace the thing and it's a squiggly like thing.
No, bro. If you want to see something that's super hilarious, it's the one with David Bowie and what's his name from the Rolling Stones? I can't think of his name right now. God damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it right now. But it's them and someone does their lines without the music in the background and like you can hear the feet shuffling.
Yeah,
when they're dancing.
I love the people that do that.
When it's like when dancing in the street, that song.
And you're like, yeah.
And he's all, he's like throwing, they jump off. He's all,
They do the same thing with some of Malcolm Moore's, one of his videos. They do it with like.
I've only seen the David Bowie one, and I almost pee my pants every time. I mean,
it's so funny. They do some really. Whoever does that, the Foley artist that does that.
Have you seen the?
My other ones are the lip ones. The
bad lip reading.
Yes, with like Yoda, where he's
seagulls.
The seagulls. Yes.
Stop it now.
Do you guys watch Try Not to Laugh by Smosh?
Yes, I do watch Try Not to Laugh by Smosh.
Like the Disney Channel one is pretty good.
Are you serious? I haven't seen that one. I've been up till like 4 a.m. watching.
I don't know why. It's
Don't
whenever I don't remember her name, but she does the character Boneless, who's in the apocalypse. She's like, "Hello, my name is Boneless." So here, yeah, I can't. Literally, I cry laughing every time she does the Boneless character. I think it's from the apocalypse. She's got like a lobster hand. She like throws it. That was
wait, I think I remember.
You've probably seen it. That's one of my favorites.
Like I said, I spend like till 4 a.m. sometimes. Just can't sleep and
it's that one. And then Shane Topp's old man. Well, looking to plenty of dangers and bubble bars. I think that one's pretty funny too.
So what we can do is I can throw it up on the monitor for you guys, and we can try to do that.
All right, Ben. This is the game. You'll read out the name of the spell. Cindy will try to guess how the spell works, and then I will also try to guess how the spell works.
You know what? That sounds like a really fun idea.
Yes.
You should just have people in chat start throwing things out.
Well, chat already knows that. I mean, look we have experienced people in chat. We have very much experienced people. You're going to say the name and they're going to know exactly what it is.
Name a spell.
A wizard spell.
Yeah. It can literally be like magic missile. Because I don't know if Cindy knows verbatim what magic missile does.
I might.
There you go. That's your first one. Cindy. The spell is named magic missile.
It shoots an invisible, like...
Also sound effect, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also shoots out. It shoots out some sort of energy like a missile.
All right. So it shoots out a magical invisible energy missile.
Yes.
You're not wrong, per se.
I mean, the name says it.
Well, it's not
Jim's
invisible.
magic missile. Oh.
Oh, there you
Sakura.
go.
I mean, is that?
So
he shoots out his magic missile.
It's got a reach of 5 feet.
Stinking cloud. A cloud that does area damage. I would probably guess.
Tell me the dice damage it deals.
Wait, I think I got it.
Hold on.
Miraculously, something just started working. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you fix that, Ben, while I keep playing this game.
Stinking cloud.
Stinking cloud. Wait, what's Jim's magic missile? I already guessed that. It's a magic missile from his pants. Stinking cloud is what happens when
when a man and a woman fall in love
and she queefs and
because this is your spell animation
because it's like a wand. Winning. Stinky cloud is an area effect.
Yes.
30 feet.
Yeah.
When all along it was whoever, what is it, wizards? Who else can fucking...
A bunch of people can cast Stinking Cloud.
Bet they could.
IRL, dude.
Whoa, Jim's Magic Missile's a real spell? Okay, so it doesn't come out of his pants. So... I would assume is Jim's Magic Missile a much stronger version of a regular Magic Missile? Does it create more damage and have a less skill check of some sort?
Maybe.
Is this even 5th edition?
I don't know.
Jim's Magic.
Yeah. Let's be real. Sakura, hold on. We gotta reel in the rules a little bit. It's gotta be. It is.
Yeah, it's from Acquisition. It's
okay, so it's
Jim Dark Magic casts Jim's Magic Missile.
Oh, that's right. That was at PAX with the fucking. It was part of like the Acquisitions Incorporated thing when you got
we did the side hustle.
Yeah, and you got the special bookmark. It said Jim's Magic Missile. Now that it's all coming back to me.
It is a Disney show. It's all coming back to me.
Thank you, Dusk. I'm sorry. Clairvoyance.
How does clairvoyance work?
Is clairvoyance?
What does she do?
You can predict what their next attack is.
Yeah, like foresight.
So you have it. So they have a disadvantage, and you have they have a disadvantage on their next roll. Am I right?
What we need to have?
Am I right? Did I get that right, Ben? Is that right?
Hold on a second.
In front of you, or look it
oh,
up
Google
right
it.
I'll look it up.
Look it up right there on D&D Beyond on your laptop.
Don't you cheat here? I'll read it out to you.
Slight D&D Beyond issue is that the core program include Acquisition Incorporated jank.
Jim's Magic Missile is you have to roll a hit. It does 2d4, and then on a crit it does 5d4, which is weird.
Jim's?
Yeah.
Jim's Magic Missile. So is it powerful? I don't remember.
I mean, it's pretty good, but the chance on missing.
Mm.
Which, if you're people like Fitzgerald who love, or Fritz, not Fitzgerald, sorry, if you're Fritz and you like to roll dice.
Cindy, clairvoyance. You create an invisible sensor within range of the location. This sensor remains in place for a duration, and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast the spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can choose the sense through the sensors as though you were in a space. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. So, a creature that can see the sensor sees a luminous, intangible orb. So, effectively, you just choose an area within a mile.
Okay.
And you can either see that area or hear that area.
Oh, I was off.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
You were thinking more of like foresight.
Yeah. So, like, Unearthed Arcana is a toggle, but AL is considered a core for some reason. That's okay. So if we're gonna get into a discussion really quick about D&D Beyond, that is the one thing is I really do wish that D&D Beyond would cater more to the AL aspect of things, and like
Hexters no.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Acquisition Incorporated is core and not AL. But I really wish that they would have like the log sheets and all that kind of stuff, and like I would even pay $1 or $2 more a month to add on to my membership for them to be able to be like, here's your log sheets.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just costs
cool.
a lot to like store that information, but I would think if unlimited characters could be stored like that, why can't you just give me like an extra?
Yeah. Character sheet?
So that you're at least, and then that way when Wizards changes over their stuff, you know, that the way they did with season 8 to season 9, that maybe D&D Beyond would be able to be like, okay, we converted it for you, and like it's just a coding that's done across the board for everybody. Like that would be nice.
That could be cool.
Then they'd have to redesign it every 9 months. But don't they? Kind of. They have to like accommodate to all the changes.
For the most part. I think they're gonna stick to the milestone thing for a while, so I don't think there's gonna be a change to that. They might reintroduce money or downtime days, but I don't know. I like where it's at. I like the season 9 changes.
I do too.
Well, except for the magic item limit thing, like that's
look it.
But
I'm one of those people that just forgets to put in magic items in my shit, so it doesn't really bother me. I mean, everyone's like, "Don't you have a magic item?" And I'm like,
Maybe?
No? Like, Esperanza has, I think, like 2 magic items. One because she attained a spear of +2 or something like that at the time. And then another one because Danny's like, you're an idiot. Put on some fucking armor. And I'm like, okay. And he's like,
Okay, I believe you.
Danny's a sweetheart. He didn't say it like that. But in so many words, that's how my brain translated it.
You were like, TLDR, put on some clothes.
And he's like, fair enough.
Mandolin too?
What's that?
Didn't you give her a mandolin?
Oh, that's right. She does have one of the magic mandolin. I think I came up with that because that's another thing where Danny's like, why do you not have the magical fucking instrument? I'm like, oh no.
Alright, so we have it up for D&D Beyond. If you want to start going through picking some spells.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's right. We have to reintroduce Buddy, the 5th level.
All right, so
Sonic Wizard.
as some of you already are well aware of, if you are on Unearthed Arcana, you can D&D's Beyond, even with a free account, supply you with all these Unearthed Arcana stuff for you to add. Only trouble is that you got to be mindful that if you're going to be using certain type of races and stuff like that, you have to unlock the player's handbook or whatever book that race comes from. Luckily, I wait for sales and coupons, and
They had
I
a
use
pretty
them.
good one for New Year's.
They had a bitchin' one for New Year's, and I unlocked a few things that I needed, but there's still like, you go to play and you're like, damn it, I needed that book. You know what I mean? And you think you get all the ones you need, and you're like, no.
As a dungeon master, if you have any kind of like graphic design
Yes, Fritz, that's what I did.
If you buy the source books on D&D Beyond, they also give you all of the artwork and all of the maps that go with the book. So if you want to print out your own material, it's a great resource in those regards. So
Yeah, which, Ben, I was going to ask you if there was some way we can pull the Evanron map, because I didn't want to pull it out of my book so that I can use it for my DMing. So
Did you buy it on D&D Beyond?
we have a copy
I have
of
a copy of it. Yeah, I have it on D&D Beyond.
Yes, send me the photo.
I wish I can blink and it went ding.
No.
We don't have any sound effects yet. I don't know how to use that shit yet.
Get me a soundboard stat. Ting.
Oh, that's got to be next on the list. Once we get the camera taken care of, we got to get a soundboard.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the Acquisition Incorporated book isn't a problem if you didn't unlock the book. LOL. I guess I shouldn't complain. Well, the reason I really like the Acquisitions Incorporated is because my son went to a summer camp D&D camp thing that they did here at Tacoma Games, and they used the Acquisitions Incorporated book, and they just kind of took out some of the adult stuff out of there and kept it where they had just enough kids to split them into 2 tables. So they let them pick the sides, and my son is obsessed now with the Acquisition Incorporated characters.
Yeah, he really liked the story arc and the
competitiveness and stuff like that. And the way they did it too, I thought was really interesting, was that the DMs made them roll for what race and what class they picked, since the kids were. It's a little daunting for some kids that don't know. Like my son's experience, but even for him, it's still a lot, and he's in a new place where he doesn't know these other kids, so he's trying not to pick the wrong thing. So I thought it was really cool that they did that for them, and he picked an orc bard.
Oh yeah.
So then we got that character, and we transferred it over to AL.
Yeah.
And he now plays that character because he's so familiar with it, and did a whole week of everyday gaming with it. It allowed him to really develop that character. So, I mean, there's a lot of good things that Acquisition has. I personally have not played much of it yet, because nobody that I know that's a DM really wants to do anything with it. Josh wants to run it because he thinks it's hilarious because he's read the whole book. What's up?
This just in for Eberron for DDEB-02. So for the second module, Xanathar's Guide to Everything is now included for Adventures League as part of your character creation stuff.
Just as a free book?
Well, not as a free book, but as one of your +1s.
Oh, in
so
Eberron.
It doesn't count as your +1.
Eberron's the only free book that you get to use, correct? You use the player's handbook. Now you can do.
It just got tweeted by D&D Adventures League.
Can you put that up on our page to show them that thing? Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, just give me.
Got it. So it's PHB.
Yes, Fritz, exactly. So only PHB. Eberron, which was your free one, and now you can add Xanathars onto that. And so it's not just... So Xanathars is the free one, technically.
Yeah, which makes total sense because all they do is they reference monster races from the Xanathars book.
Constantly. And that's the only thing is I regret that I don't think I got Xanathars. And there's so much stuff. I know I'm going to end up having to pay. What I do is I go online and I'm like, promo codes, and I try to find
all the promo codes
as much as I can. If not, I just wait. I don't know. All right. So, as we finish off the next 30 minutes, let's go ahead and finish off with let me see. Let's go to the editors just to kind of go back a little bit. So we know that we picked. Oh, we did do a forest gnome. I thought I had changed it. No, you know why?
Because you want to talk to animals.
Yes, that's right. Because I wanted to talk to the reindeers. Remember?
That's fair.
It's because I made a different gnome during this last weekend, so I got my gnomes mixed up.
Oh,
remember I made McDougal.
McDougal.
You don't remember that one that I made during New Year's?
You're barbarian. I remember that one.
Ben remembers that one. Thank you, Ben. I made a gnome.
I know because that was when I showed up just real quickly, and you were like, I need my character. I was like, you're making a gnome.
Yeah, I made it a gnome barbarian. It was my first barbarian ever.
Yeah.
And it was awesome because his name was McDougal. I played a man because there was all these guys and they were all playing female. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna play a male then character. And McDougal was a very handsome gnome who is a folk hero in his little town, and he's a smith, so he knows how to work with his hands, and it's all about an honest day's work for him.
All about an honest day's work.
And he loves to go out on adventures just to come back to be able to tell people stories, and apparently he hadn't been on an adventure for a long time, so he needed a new story to tell.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed playing him. He was really fun. I've never played a barbarian. It was the first time. It was fun.
Super easy.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice to just go in there and be like, I attack, you know? Classic gnome mix-up. There you go, see?
I got to play a barbarian the other day when we streamed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you always play barbarians, don't you? No?
Nope. I have 2 barbarians, and I have not played one since the playtest for Waterdeep, because that's where Cleve came from.
I loved Cleve. I'm sorry. When you played Cleve and filled in on Christmas Eve with Danny, I loved Cleve. Personally, so far he's one of my favorite characters that I played with at the table. I enjoyed him.
I was looking forward to trying to play some games with Ben, but he bailed one day, and then I was sick the next day.
Oh shit, we're calling out now here.
It's okay, Ben.
All right, so we have a wizard here at level 5. As you guys could see, Psionic, UA next to that for Unearth Arcana. We got the wizard going. What did I pick? We got Keen Mind. What were my proficiencies? Arcana and Insight.
Plus some other stuff.
All right, so we can go from here. These were my scores, guys, if you could see that. We went ahead and did an 8 strength, 15 dex, 14 con, 15 intelligence, 10 whiz, and 8 charisma. Tinker tools.
History.
Because you make the toys.
Because I make the toys, or I used to make the toys, and now I help Santa. But I still got to have those tinker tools because, never know what's going to break.
And then, the language you just know is Dalkir.
So why did we pick that?
Because we couldn't pick one. So we're like, just F it. We'll come back to it later.
So who speaks Dalkir?
Google it.
How do you spell it?
I have no idea.
We just saw it. Here we go. Oh, I did spell it correctly.
It is the extraplanar language of
preternaturally beautiful humanoids that are. So
it's from Eberron.
Oh, so it's Eberron stuff. That's not gonna work. That's ridiculous. Why would Why would he speak that?
Because you should learn Infernal, because that's Santa's language.
You would think it was after the game we played with Danny that day. I don't know.
Sylvan's really good. Oh, I don't think you can take... Well, yeah, you can take Sylvan or Elvish.
I don't know. Oh, what? I don't even know.
I think you got to speak Elvish to be able to order people around.
Yeah.
Elvish?
Yeah.
Going with it. Alright, we got the Wanderer background. Okay, we're good. Damn, now I'm thinking about that truck food.
Don't. I'm hungry, dude.
I'm so hungry.
I'm hungry.
Alright, so from here, do we know what the gold startup is? Okay.
No. You choose equipment. But you already added your starting equipment.
Okay, I did. I wasn't sure if I did that. So how? And then now we
Apparently
have.
not. You get a quarterstaff or a dagger.
So we'll go with quarterstaff.
Arcane Focus.
Why?
Because it's either that or you have to have a whole bunch of components to cast your spells. It's just easier to have an Arcane Focus.
Okay, fair enough. That's why I asked. I don't know. I never played.
And now you get to choose. Do you want it to be a crystal or a rod?
How about an orb that's at the top of my quarterstaff?
Okay.
Boom. That sounds dope.
And you get to choose a spell.
I'm sure that's fucking hella typical. I'm sure everybody does that. But hey.
Way to be original, buddy.
Fuck, now you made me feel like an asshole.
Keep that orb.
How about the wand in my pants?
Not the rod in your butt.
Alright, so what's the difference between...
What's the difference between... if you click on them, they'll tell you what's in it.
Okay, includes a backpack, book of lore, bottle of ink. God, you find you need ink and pen quite a bit.
As a wizard, 100% need ink and quill.
So Scholar's Pack is better than Explorer's Pack? I would assume so.
Yeah, because you need ink and quill to be able to write down and copy your spells. I think it's a magic ink that you have to buy, which is why it costs 50 gold to inscribe spells.
I see. Alright, so we'll get that.
And then...
And starting equipment. Of course, Santa knows Infernal. How else could he talk to Krampus? Thank God I don't have to be part of those meetings.
Santa, you've got Krampus online too. Shit.
That asshole.
Always taking my milk and cookies.
Okay, let's see.
So now what you want to do is you want to go to your spells.
Where do I find my... Oh, right here.
Yes. And then you'll want to hit manage spells.
So this is the only thing that I like immensely about D&D Beyond that really is super helpful for me, is that it knows how much you're supposed to have, and like it'll let you just start clicking away all crazy and picking things, and then it just stops you, and it's like, you picked too much.
You picked too much.
You got enough. Don't ask. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm done. Cool. Done.
All right, so add spells. 4 cantrips.
So now, oh hell no.
Oh no. Not again, Margaret. That's the new Santa's helper because you're leaving.
Okay, so with this being said, I don't know what's important. I mean, this is again like.
So here's the thing about wizards. They are like clerics where they can prepare spells each day, but they don't have the entirety of their list. They have on their spell list what is written in their book. So there's spells known that you have like written in your spell book, and then spells that you can prepare each day. So keep that in mind when you're going through here.
Okay. Well, so that means I can always change it later, kind of a deal, right? But you have to do it like...
Or you have to find scrolls and write them down. That's why, like, every time there's a spell scroll or a spell book at the end of a module, all the wizards are like, gimme, 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 because, like, that's the only way that they can expand their spell list beyond what they learn each level.
See, I don't want to compete. No, I didn't pick Acid Splash. All right, so oh shit, I just
We'll click manage spells.
So as a we're looking here. We see some of the stuff that's on here for the Unearthed Arcana. Let's find out what Mind Sliver is. Mind Sliver is, and this is also considered a cantrip. You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you could see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. Unless the saving throw is successful, the target takes 1d6 psychic damage the first time it makes a saving throw before the end of your next turn. It must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the save. And it can increase as the levels go up. I think it's just, why not? If we're doing this, might as well pick the unearthed spells, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, something that I've seen from players at the table, I've seen that Mage Hand is always one of those big, like, if it's there, you fucking take it.
A lot of people like taking Mage Hand.
You know what? I've seen people that the Mind Sliver is a 90s metal band. Something I've noticed is that people that play rogues, that play the Arcane Trickster rogue, Mage Hand is hella beneficial for them.
It's because they always get it. Their Arcane Legerdman, like, they get it no matter what.
Oh, they just get it right off rip, right? Yeah. God, that's where I've seen Mage Hand really come in handy, is with the rogues, because they have all those like benefits and like sneaking and stuff and doing all that. Mm-hmm. I think it's awesome. Okay, now I've never seen this shit right here. Mm. We got Acid Splash,
yes.
Blade Ward. Oh yes. No, I've seen Blade Ward as a bard. I've seen that, right?
Okay. Acid Splash as a note is not a splash.
I was gonna say something really dirty, but I probably shouldn't. No, it was about women that squirt.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
Chill Touch. That's interesting. Create Bonfire. Now, what the fuck is the point of that? I'm assuming that's like if you're not like at like a public game. You create a bonfire on ground that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, the magic bonfire fills a 500 cube foot. Wow. A 5-foot cube.
Okay.
Any creature in the bonfire space, when you create the cast spell, must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage. A creature must also make the saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. The bonfire ignites flammable objects in its area that aren't being worn or carried.
Hey, make one burning spot.
That's crazy. Frostbite. Infestation. Can't even talk. I'm hungry. I can't talk. I'm hungry. I've been going to the gym. So like, excuse me. I'm like super hungry these days.
I know. I feel it.
More like acid lie. Says Sakura. Acid splash. More like acid lie.
Liars.
You can drop a fire mine under people.
That's the bonfire.
Oh, okay. I don't know. There's so much. See, this is where I start this is why I quit playing Wizards. Because then I'm like, okay, we're here at the spells now. What do I pick? And I'm like,
just look at them.
Just remember, for like higher level spells, you can eventually get them all. These are just like the ones that you've learned and that you can prepare. Like, you get a certain number that you can prepare. You can't prepare them all, but these are just like the ones that you know.
So I get 4 at first level, right? I get 4 cantrips. I get 3 second, and I get 2 thirds. Now, with first, second, and third, can I move those around? Is that how that works?
Yeah, you can have more prepared third levels than first levels, but
you still only get X amount of times to use those.
Correct.
No matter how many you have in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the bread and butter for a wizard is they're not very strong. They can't wear armor. They want things like mage armor to protect themselves if they're going to do a lot of combat.
I see. I mean, so I was playing the cleric, like I said, Lee's cleric, and it seemed like a lot of the dynamics are kind of similar. Like preparing your spells and all that kind of stuff. Like you get to prepare certain ones.
Like I said,
like
clerics are different than wizards because clerics, like each morning they get to choose out of the entirety of their spell list, where wizards is like what's in their spell book is what they can prepare. Like out of their spell book is what they can prepare.
So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be picking all these spells, and then I can prepare which ones I'm allowed to use during that day of gameplay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was a little confused there. That makes sense. Oh, Danny jumped in! At level 7, you should have 18 spells known. It's 5th. I that was my mistake. It was supposed to be at level 5.
Level 13.
I thought we did 7 for some reason. I don't know why.
Level 94.
See, like I love shit like color spray. What does that do? It sounds like it's gonna be fun. A dazzling array of flashing colored lights springs from your hand. Already starting to like it. Roll 6d10. The total is how many hit points of creatures that spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from you are affecting an ascending order of their current hit points, according to unconscious creature and creatures that can't see. Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this spell is blinded until the end of its next turn. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. A creature's hit points must be equal or less than the remaining total for the creature to be affected. What?
You know how sleep works?
So what confuses me, because out of the characters I play, like I've never had to do anything like this. What confuses me is where it says subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with its next lowest hit points. Then before that it says you are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So
here's how it goes.
Can someone get hit more than once?
No. So here's how it goes. It says roll 60-10. So you roll your 60-10, and you get a number, and we'll say it's 25.
Mm-hmm.
So now what happens is in a 15-foot cone in front of you, all creatures, you have 15. Any creature that has like 15 or less hit points then gets blinded, and then he goes to the next creature. So let's say each creature has 2 life.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, well 10, well 2, 2, 2, so that's you 6. You have 4 points left, but there's no other creatures, so it just blinds some stuff. It's, it's kind of
there's
meh.
a bunch of tiny rats in there, and they have a total hit points of, like he said, 10. And then there's somebody who's got a 7, and then
another person who's got an 8. So the 2/2/2s would all be hit, which would be the 7, and then it would be 10 points because they have the lowest. They're knocked out first. Then you go to the next hit point as the DM. So the next one who's got the lowest is 7 because he's the lowest. And it's over that number. He would drop. So now there's only 8 points left. There's that one person who's got 8 hit points. He would also drop. If there's any people remaining in that cone that have more hit points than the 25, they're not affected by the spell. So it's more for the DMs to have to keep track of that than the player.
Okay.
So,
shit, that's...
But it's based off of life totals, so you can expect by the time you're in that tier, things have 30 or 40 HP.
IRL Joe, hey guys, just woke up. That's too much math. Joe, I haven't talked to you for a while. I hope you had a happy New Year's and a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
Yes, that is a lot. If you saw my face at the right camera angle, I'm sure you would have caught the same look.
It was
of like, that's a lot. That's why.
San Pasadena.
Like, I don't know. Maybe when like I've been playing for a few years and I start to get really bored of like bards and my rogues and stuff like that, and I've explored like monks and barbarians that I've been wanting, and like even druids. I feel like druids aren't even this complicated.
Bards are the same. Basically.
No, bards are not this complicated.
They have less spells to choose from.
Yes, that's. I have problems with making decisions already in life. So when you give me this much decision making, my brain just goes. I'm like the emoji with like the little. We can reset
you back down to level 1.
What's that?
We can reset you back down to level 1.
Judge.
And then go from there.
No, because even that, I'm looking at this and all these fucking first level spells are still like daunting. It's just so much, and there's so much cool shit. And I'm like, well, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. And I have the problem when I create my characters, Ben, that I want to pick like cool things, and I'm like, that sounds really cool. And then I go to the table, and then I get my experienced player friends who are like, why the fuck did you pick that?
Because you picked color spray instead of sleep. They're like, why'd you pick color spray and not sleep? What happened? You're like, well, I thought color spray sounded.
It just sounded really cool. Like my character would totally do something like that.
I wanted my fingers to just shit out a rainbow.
And you know what? Shame on them. You play how you want to play.
Well, but the problem is that normally then I'm sitting there and then I'm like, I can't use any of this shit. And they're like, no, you can't, because that's for like when you're at home brewing games.
When we played our Tier 4 game with Danny. And every time the DM was like, make a wisdom saving throw. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, don't worry. Hero's Feast. You got an advantage on all this stuff. I'm like, sweet. I have a -1 to my wisdom saving throw. So I would be rolling. And he'd be like, every time I'm like, 7. And the DC is like 20 something. And I would just always look over at Danny and he's like, what did you do? I'm just like, yeah,
I mean,
but I got advantage of my initiative rolls.
Look at soccer calling me out on my context over here, dude. I don't know tell you, it's very, very confusing.
It's so very confusing.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
I don't know. I know that game was. I don't even want to live that moment again.
That was a good game.
It was a good game. I mean, like I said, I turned to you and I said, "Remember, we played Tier 4. We gotta have Danny at the table." Danny summoned like 2 fucking dragons.
He also did the devouring bag trick.
And then him and Lee, I, on my character, which was Lee's character, had these staffs. I forget what they were called.
Staff of Magi.
Yeah, Staff of Magi. So, like, it's pretty much, like, doubled up on some of their spells. And they don't use their spell slots. There is no wrong loadout. Oh, thank you, Soccer. That's really sweet. But there is.
I was just saying, debatable.
Yeah, talk to Danny and he'll tell you what wrong loadouts there are.
Okay, but that's the thing is, like, Danny and I are super bad min-maxers. We are the epitome of, like, the worst players to play with because we min-max everything.
Ben,
that's all point of view.
You would have loved it because you want to know what my most powerful magic item was on my character?
A +2 great axe.
No, it was
fire drive string.
It was slippers of spider climbing.
Danny and Ben hate enjoyment. But see, the thing is that as a player who just wants to live to the end of the module, I don't mind having you guys at the table. Like, I thoroughly enjoy it. Do I enjoy Danny as a DM? Only when he's not trying to kill me. That's because I don't know what Danny has against SB, but he says he has nothing against SB, but man, does he come in hot for SB.
I love playing with you guys because I play characters that are like, I ever play like a berserker barbarian. And it's just like, and all I do is reckless attack. So every time it's like, all right, DM, it's your turn. You have advantage on all your attacks against me. And they're like, yeah, boom! I deal some stupid amount of damage to you. And I'm like, ow, I'm almost dead. And then it's like, my turn again. I'm going to reckless attack. It's only 1 critter. You already have advantage on the attack. Doesn't matter. It's principle. It's great. And then they're like,
Well, dude, Danny was pushing Josh's shit in for that module, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, and it was fantastic.
He said nobody knows that it's a rakashasha.
Oh, dude, it was great. And Joe, it's not when you're playing an Adventures League, you get stuck at tables that you don't know what your party is most of the time. So I'm not building my character for the party. I'm trying to build it for as best of a party that I can know that if it's like there's 3 of the same class because we all get stuck at the table. That's why when you're playing AL, the goal of playing AL is to create as many characters as you possibly can and build them up as much as you can so that way you're like, okay, we're sitting here at the table. What's everyone playing? Hold on, I got something that can counteract this and make sure we're evened out. Which character do you guys want? Because I got like 3 we can play today. And like, I don't know how many players I've sat at a table that were like that. For me, I've got like, well, now it's building. Especially for my tier 1 and now going into tier 2, I have quite a few characters to pick from now at this point. But with that being said, what did I do? With that being said, I'm not like trying not to build my characters out to help out as much as I can. I'm trying to build them as much as I can to help, but that's why.
I build mine.
Well, no, Joe, I'm not picking it. I didn't pick it. I said that if I was to play a wizard, I probably would be too dumb to pick, and I'd pick something like that and totally screw it up for everybody because I didn't know better. I'd be like, that sounds cool. Maybe this will be good for the role-playing times that we got to do things, and I'll help out. And then it's not. That's why I play a bard. Because bards are great for role-playing constantly.
Fritz and I just started an adventure last night called the Sultan Mir Midra. And it's an 8-hour module, and we kind of like struggled through the first fight and then raffle stomp the next 3 fights. And we were talking last night, and I was like, listen, you don't understand where players were at that point in that module. Season 3, at tier 3, my tier 3 had 3 magic items. A Trident of Warning, a +1 axe, and Ring of Evasion. And I was a cleric. That was it. Like, so those modules used to be brutal compared to what they are now.
Yeah, you're not the only person I've heard that from. But, I know, I do me, but then what my problem is, Dusk, is that I want to do all these crazy things, and then I sit at the table, and then I don't get to play anything, because I look at my spell sheets, and I'm like, there's fucking nothing I could do here. What was I thinking? And then I look and I'm like, and depending on who's sitting next to me, I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I mean, there's nothing really I can do in this. And normally everyone's like, why did you pick that? You fouled this. Like,
one of my favorite moments of like, what's the spellcaster gonna do? There's nothing you can do in this scenario. Is like we're playing with Ben, and Ben's playing this wizard or something who likes walls, and Sebastian was the DM. And like, I cast Stonewall or whatever. I still just imagine, like, if I was to play a spellcaster, I would never take the Stonewall ability. And here's you.
I was playing a dwarf, and I have a thing about stones because I'm a dwarf. One of my 5th level spells that has saved me a lot as a cleric is Wall of Stone. We had, like, in one of the epics that we had to do, we had to run in and we had to protect ourselves from a barrage of things. And Amy, as her druid, was like, I cast Wall of Stone around our group, and we sit there for 5 minutes while we activate the bomb. It's like, oh, that's smart.
Impressive.
You say it's a bard problem, but see, I had that problem when I played a cleric. That's why I got so turned off by it. Because I played it and I was like, dude, I picked the wrong shit. I don't really fucking know what I'm doing here. I was really squishy. Like, I didn't know, like, it felt really uncomfortable for me. You know what I mean? And so for me, like, I have to play a character at this point that's like, I have to be able to somehow do physical damage and be comfortable with it. And then, but at the same time, if I have spells, like, I want to be able to have spells that at least I could benefit the group with. But there was a lot, I don't know, I tend to pick a lot of dumb things because I'm like, I'm trying to make it make sense for my character. Like, what would my character's personality have, And then I get too lost in that mindset, and then I'm sitting at the table and I was like,
color spray.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, that was dumb.
Cindy, we're 20th level. That's a red dragon. Color spray. Does it affect the dragon?
Blinding a red dragon is actually pretty beneficial for one.
Look, Fritz. Again, I know a cleric can be tanky, but the problem is that I was trying to go for a theme because, again, I get stuck in my head with these ideas, and I played a Tabaxi cleric that was like it was trickster domain, right? And
I want ball of
it was just I was dumb. I went into an open with her, and it was just not the move. Like it was. I did nothing. I did a lot of like sitting back and like waiting. And I hate that. I hate just sitting at the table and being like, I hold. There's not anything I can do right now.
You could Sacred Flame and Told the Dead.
But I didn't pick that shit. I was dumb.
You didn't pick one offensive cantrip?
No, I picked all stupid things. Ben, I don't even remember. I'd have to go back to my fucking character. And I was just like, this is dumb. What was I thinking? I overread it, overthought it, was trying to fit a character fucking like persona, and I just fell flat on my face. I was upset with myself. Here's the say.
It's okay.
See, raise sickness. That sounds really cool. What does that do? Probably something dumb. Because I'd pick it and be like, yeah, raise
also
sickness.
not array.
It's not array?
Click it.
Dude. I'm such a fucking...
What does it do?
I'm one of those people too that's like, ooh, cool name! Click. Go.
Read it.
A ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw on a failed save. It is also poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Poison's a really good condition.
Yeah, I would totally. I'm gonna pick it. That would be one that I would pick and put in my little repertoire. Magic missile. That's a good one. I know that because I used that a lot when I played that cleric the other day.
Mage armor is also nice.
Oh, is that the one Ben was telling me about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did I pick too many now?
No.
I still gotta pick more cantrips. No.
Yeah.
Read the chat. What's going on in chat here?
Make sure you choose prestidigitation.
Oh, yes. That's an important one. Poison spray. That makes me think of like a skunk.
Fritz also says the spell shield is a really, really nice one to have. Which it is.
Mage armor and shield are real nice for wizards who want to live.
Shield. I know I used that one too.
Oh, you skipped it. First level.
Oh, it is the first level?
Yeah.
Oh. See? Now I gotta test play this out, dude.
Will we have more cantrips to pick?
Yeah, we have I think 2 more cantrips.
Do you have dark vision?
And a forest gnome. Don't I get dark vision as a forest gnome?
I think so.
No? I don't? Oh, well there you go.
Well,
so then
you can take light. Light would be a cool one to have.
I'm double checking that.
You do. See, that's what I thought. Dusk, thank you. I thought because I've played gnomes before, and I was like, I swear to God, they get fucking night vision.
All I play are humans and half orcs.
No, they do. Sorry, I had a friend playing a halfling last night, and they don't get dark vision.
Yeah, no, I know halflings don't.
They use
but I
a
thought
gnome
gnomes
figure,
did.
so I got confused.
Especially forest gnomes. I thought they got dark vision.
So, cool stuff.
Thunderclap is when I whack my legs together.
It's past. I gotta go. It's time. I gotta go.
Oh my God! Yeah, it is that time. It's about 3:11, guys. All right. Well, we'll finish. I gotta finish this off.
Time.
I gotta finish this off, and then we gotta do like a little run, and we gotta play it. We gotta test play it.
I'll DM you into a simple scenario.
Oh, disguise self. Retreat feather. Oh yeah, feather fall is a pretty fucking important one.
Mage hand.
I already got mage hand. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't put it on there?
No.
Oh, I thought I did.
And then you get another one. I mean.
Alright guys, yeah, nope. Alright. Oh wait, Joe, unrelated, but if you guys switch chairs, Cindy would be Michael and Michael would be Cindy. We've done this already. You missed it, Joe, on Christmas. Oh no, Christmas.
I had to
right?
fix it before we went live.
Oh, you mixed it on accident?
No, I fixed it.
Before we went live.
Yeah.
You didn't have to, Ben. The world gets to know my true name.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you're going this weekend to OrgaCon, we will see you this weekend. If not, we will see you on Tuesday, 1 o'clock.